Hey you, I want to talk about something really close to my heart. How to explain dyslexia to your child in a way that feels honest, reassuring, and empowering. This conversation can feel a bit tricky, especially if you're still coming to terms with what dyslexia means yourself. However, here's the things. Kids are incredibly intuitive. Most of the time, they already know that something feels different. What they're looking for is someone to name it, normalise it, and remind them that they're not alone. Here's how I like to approach it: simple, clear, and full of reassurance. You might start by saying something like, "You know how everyone's brain works in its own unique way? Well, your brain is wired in a way that makes reading, spelling, and writing a bit more challenging. That's okay, but that is called dyslexia. It doesn't mean that you're not smart. In fact, many kids with dyslexia are highly intelligent, creative, and full of amazing ideas. Your brain just processes language differently. You sometimes might find written words tricky to focus on, or sometimes mix up letters or even whole words, and that's okay. However, here's what's really important. Kids with dyslexia often have incredible strengths in other areas. Remember how you're amazing at building things, drawing, dancing, playing sports, or solving problems that no one else can figure out. Substitute whatever your child's unique strength may be here. That's not a coincidence. It's how your brain is wired. You think differently, and that's a strength. A friend of mine once said, "We often get stuck on our limitations, but I've learned to embrace my dyslexia and focus on the positives." She talked about how her dyslexia helped her become a better problem solver, a better thinker, thinking in creative ways and solving things on multiple levels. That's not just a strength, that's something that's truly amazing and valuable. Our brains adapt. When something is difficult, like reading, we find new ways to think and learn. That's called neuroplasticity, and it means your brain is learning to work for you in your own way. The goal in this conversation is to take away the mystery and, most of all, the fear. It's not about labels, it's about helping your child understand why some things feel hard and that reassuring them that it's not their fault. So often, even when children already sense they're a bit different, I've seen their eyes light up and watched them sit up a little taller when they realise they're not broken. They're actually a little bit special. It's also helpful to talk about the strengths that often come with dyslexia. Things like the problem solving, creativity, big picture thinking, and determination. You might say something like, "Dyslexia may make some things harder, but it also means that you've got an amazing imagination and a clever way at looking at the world that other kids may not have." And always, always, always remind them, you're not the only one that feels this way, and you're not alone with this. We'll figure it out together. And there are so many ways to make learning easier for you. The more calm and confident you are when talking about dyslexia, the more your child will feel safe, supported, and seen. If you haven't had this conversation yet, or you're not sure where to begin, just start small. Be open, be kind, keep it simple. And if you'd like some help, I'm always open to having a chat with you and your child to explore what support might look like. At Dyslexia Unpuzzled, I use hands-on, real-world approaches that make learning make sense, by connecting it to everyday life and experience. It's about helping each person feel successful and confident while making learning relevant, engaging, and truly meaningful to them. If this video has been helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. That small action helps my work reach more families and supports others on this journey too.